Hello, welcome to the Liberated Multitasker. Today I thought we'd make a chicken pasta bake, so come join me. Now I'm going to double this recipe. I'm going to keep one casserole dish for my family tonight, and then I'm going to take another casserole dish to family. So I'm going to cook this entire 16-ounce package of pasta. I'm going to wait for my water to come up to boil. I do need to salt it really well, and I'm going to put some olive oil in it as well. And then we're going to cook that for about 7 minutes once it comes to boil. In the meantime, we're going to get our sauce ready. And I'm going to start off with some olive oil. I'm doubling this recipe, so this is 1/4 cup. And then 1/4 cup of flour, and I'm just going to whisk that together. This is going to take a couple of minutes. I'll just get this good and blended and let it cook a little bit so that we don't have a flour taste in our sauce. Now, I did get this recipe from Pinterest. I have some chicken my husband grilled and we stripped up, and so I wanted to use that in a recipe. And I have not tried this, and I thought, well, this will be great. I don't know about you, but the new year has been very busy. We've had some sickness and some cold weather. So this morning I turned the compost pile and watered it. I'd not done that in months. It had already stopped cooking, so I added some fresh flock to my chicken coop and replaced nesting pads. We have cold weather coming in Monday and Tuesday that's going to be pretty cold. So I have a few maintenance things to do outside. I've been wanting to do a bit of a kind of review 2023 and tell you what my plans are for 2024. And that has not happened yet. So, and I'm not sure I can do that while I'm cooking, or I will mess something up. So now I'm going to add some minced garlic. So this is what I believe to be about 2 cloves. I'm going to stir this in. I'm going to add 4 cups of milk. Normally the recipe calls for 2. We do not want this to boil, but we do want it to come up to a simmer. I'm just going to go ahead and pour this in. Now my seasonings, I have salt and pepper, Italian seasoning, and some crushed red pepper flakes. And so I'm going to add this in now. Stir all this in. And when this begins to simmer, I will cut it off and add our cheese. So the milk is starting to simmer, so I'm going to cut this off and add my cheese. Now, I believe it called for Monterey Jack cheese. I did not have that, but it did say I could substitute pepper jack, and so that melts really good, and so I'm going to add that in. Some of this was a little frozen from the freezer, so it may take a little bit to melt. Still waiting for my water to boil. This really comes together pretty quickly. I say prep time is about 15 minutes and cook time is going to be 20 to 30. And I have a little Parmesan cheese and some smoked Gouda. I had some of that, so I threw that in as well. So we add some of this. We want to save some of it to top our casseroles with. Now that our water is boiling, we're going to add our pasta. And we're going to cook this for about 7 minutes. Now we're going to add 2 jars of diced tomatoes, but I do need to drain those first. I'm going to stir this in. And next we're going to add our chicken. So this is 1 whole chicken. One recipe calls for 2 cups. So I think this is going to be just about right. I am going to have to be careful because this is going to fill this up. Just going to fold it in. See if I can't add this last little bit. We just have about 2 more minutes and then I will drain the pasta. And because I need to mix the pasta in this pan, once this is drained, I'm going to carefully add this in so I can mix the pasta and the cheese sauce and chicken. There's just no more room in this pan for pasta. And I did not have 2 of these size pots, so we're going to make it work. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off and drain it. Because this is very full, I'm just going to do this a little bit at a time until it's a little more empty. All right, I think I can pour that. I'm going to add this pasta back in. Stir it pretty good, and then I'm going to pour the rest of this cheese sauce over it. All right, let's see if I can do this without making a big mess. Now, this is the pan. I've sprayed it with oil and I'm taking to family, and this is going to be ours for tonight. So I'm going to stir this again, and I'm going to try to get it half and half. It said it needed an 8 by 11 pan, and mine are all 9 by 13, so it may look a little thin. I think they're just about the same. I'm running some hot water in this pan so they won't stick. Now I'm going to take some of this Parmesan cheese, and some of it may be smoked Gouda as well, and sprinkle it on the top. And the only thing left to do is bake these. This is before it's cooked, and I'll bring you back when we go to bake it. Okay, so I pulled this out of the refrigerator. My oven is already preheated to 400 degrees, so we're going to bake this for about 20 minutes. Okay, so it's been about 25 minutes. Let's get a good look at that. That looks so good. This really is a delicious dish, and it's husband approved, so I hope you give it a try. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I really hope to see you soon.